Hi guys, welcome to my kitchen. Today I want to show you how to make a quiche. Today I'm doing a Western omelet style quiche, which of course is cheese and ham and bell peppers. But you can really switch this up a lot. So I like to do different flavors depending on what I have in my fridge or just what I'm feeling like. So definitely play around with your quiche. You don't have to do the Western omelet style. You can do it with sausage in there. You can do it with mushrooms. I've done one before with asparagus and sun-dried tomatoes and like goat's cheese in there. That one is really delicious. So there's a lot that you can do with this. It's a very versatile recipe. So to start off with, I have my pie crust here, and I left it this way because I wanted to show you what I do with it, because you want to blind bake your pie crust. And so I've got a layer of parchment here and then little pie weights. If you don't have pie weights, that is totally fine. You can use dried beans work for this. And if you don't have anything that you can use, you can just poke holes in it with a fork. This just keeps it a little bit more flat and even. So I'm going to go ahead and take those out now, hopefully with no spillover. One thing you absolutely do not want to do is put pie weights in your pie crust without a layer of parchment. I've made that mistake before, and what happens is your pie weight gets baked into the crust, and then if you happen to miss one, then you bite into that and it's not very pleasant. So careful with that. I have 7 large eggs here. You can generally get away with 6 just depending on the size, but I like a little bit more eggy. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these whisked up real good. And then once I've got a pretty good whisk on that, I am going to add some heavy cream. Now, I don't have an exact measurement for you on the heavy cream. I'm thinking it's somewhere between 1/4 of a cup, probably about 1/4 of a cup. But I just always eyeball this. I kind of eyeball quiches a lot, so I just kind of fill until it can't be filled anymore and call it a day. So once you've got your eggs whisked up there, this is a great time to go ahead and get your seasoning incorporated. So I've got my black pepper, my salt, and just get that whisked up. Now we're actually going to set this aside for a moment and focus on the fillings. So I have my red and yellow bell peppers here. I did cook these down for a little bit in a little pat of butter, just so that they're not so sharp and like tough when they bake. Because this is only going to bake for about 20 minutes, so it's not going to be in there very long. So if you do have something like asparagus or like a yellow onion as opposed to a green onion, you want to go ahead and cook that a little bit first. It's also a great opportunity to add some extra seasonings. So if you want to do herbs or any extra seasoning you want to add in, if you're cooking your vegetables first, that's a really great place to add that in. So I've got that in there. I also have some mushrooms just because we had mushrooms in our fridge and I needed to use them. I didn't cook those down just because I kind of wanted them to be a little bit more present there. And some cubed ham. Again, you can use any breakfast meat in this application. Bacon works really well, sausage, chorizo, pretty much whatever you want. That's what's fun about it. And then I have some green onions here chopped up as well. And I didn't cook those down because the green onions are really fresh and you want to keep that kind of fresh flavor. They'll be cooked enough just by baking. And then we're going to go ahead and add our egg mixture in there. Just make sure it's still stirred up. And that's going to go all around over that. See, I probably could have actually gotten away with one more egg in there. And it's okay if it bleeds over onto the side like that, it's fine. And then cheese. Cheese is a very, very important quiche ingredient. And that is gonna go on top, and you're just gonna make yourself a nice cheesy layer there, like that. So you can imagine once that bakes down, that's gonna be really cheesy and good. And what I'm gonna do with this from here, I am going to go ahead and put I am so sorry about the lighting. My husband is laughing, and so if the camera's going crazy, that's what's going on. Our light is a little bit crazy. So I'm gonna put this on a baking sheet because sometimes some of the egg custard mixture does spill over. You don't want that on the bottom of your oven. And then this is gonna go in the oven for approximately 20 minutes. Sometimes it takes a little bit more than that. What you're looking for, obviously the cheese is gonna be melted, but what the eggs do is they kind of lift up a little bit, so they'll be a little bit higher. And obviously, the most important thing, you don't wanna jiggle in the middle. So you wanna just kind of watch it. You don't want it to be in there too long. I would say if it's over 35 minutes, you probably wanna be careful with that. And if it still seems a little bit jiggly and you're not sure, just take it out and let it sit for about 5 minutes. So this is going to go in a 350-degree oven. The great thing about this, you can make it ahead. It's Saturday night tonight. I'm making it ahead. It's going to be breakfast on Sunday morning. So it's really quick and easy, and it'll keep you in breakfasts for a week pretty much. So I hope you enjoy it and try it. Have a great night.